This is a Fox 10 News Storm Tracker update.
Well, hey there, folks. I'm Fox 10 News meteorologist Matt Barentine. Good Monday evening to you. Of course, we are still tracking Ida as it's getting very close here to landfall. It will happen over the next few hours. And looking at the satellite loop does not look very impressive, does it? Well, at this point, it is becoming a far less impressive storm. It is starting to really lose its grip here, and it's starting to fall apart. A lot of dry air feeding in on the backside. The actual center of circulation of this system is right about here, just south of Mobile Bay. And look at all this dry air that's wrapping around the back end of it, and that is great news, because that means basically once we get this thing to make landfall, we'll pretty much be through with the rain, and then we'll just have some gusty winds after that. Here's the bigger picture. Here's all that rain moving on in. Now, over the next few hours is when we are going to get the heaviest rain. We've been talking about heavy rain all day. We've only received about 1 to 2 inches in most places. Well, drop another 2 or 3 inches when this core goes right over the top of you. So we'll have altogether anywhere from 3 to 6 inches at your house, just depending on where you live in our area. But we will get some very significant rains. Here's a closer look with the storm tracker, and you can see we are just absolutely covered by all this rainfall right now. And the center of circulation is about 100 miles south of Mobile Bay, right about here. And like I was saying, there's nothing on the back side of this, so everything is front loaded here with Tropical Storm Ida. We still have officially winds of 70 miles per hour. Don't think we're getting winds that high right now, and this thing will continue to weaken as it moves north. When it makes landfall officially, it'll probably have winds of 55 or 60 miles an hour, and most likely it'll make landfall somewhere in South Alabama, possibly over into Escambia County, Florida. So it'll be somewhere in this area, just on the west side or east side of Mobile Bay, going on over towards Pensacola Bay. So that's where we'll see the center of the circulation coming on in. Don't focus too much on that, though. It's just going to be a rain event through the rest of the night, along with some gusty winds for sure as it comes on in. Like I said, right now, still 70-mile-per-hour winds. We get our next update, I'm sure these will be coming down. It does look like it's weakening. 125 miles now off of Mobile, Alabama. That was at 6 o'clock. An hour and a half later, it's moved about 25 miles north of that, so it's less than 100 miles at this point. Movement is up to the north at 17 miles per hour. All right, so let's talk about that forecast track and what's going to happen over the next few days. It's going to make landfall tonight. Tomorrow morning it's going to be over in the Panhandle, and even though the rain's going to be pretty much done for us, there'll still be a lot of wind on the back side of this. So overnight tonight on into tomorrow, as the rain ends, the wind still is around with us through the overnight hours, and you can see right now pretty good winds. These are all out of the northeast, 24, 23 miles per hour, and then we have wind gusts into the 30-mile-per-hour range here across the area. Now, you notice that those winds are out of the northeast, so right now the water levels across most areas are pretty good. In fact, some water is being blown out of Mobile Bay. That's going to change after this system moves inland, because then we'll start to get winds out of the south. More water will pile up into Mobile Bay and some of the other areas, and we'll also have high tides during the wee hours of the morning. So actually, this 4 to 5 foot tide that we're expecting won't happen until the wee hours of the morning. So the bottom line is we got that strong tropical storm. The landfall happens around midnight. We'll be watching for those tides after midnight, say around 3 to 6 in the morning. That's when we should have our highest tides, and 4 to 6 inches of rain all together with this system. And then after that, after this gets in around midnight, we'll see a gradual weakening trend, and tomorrow it'll be a windy day, but it'll be a much better day. Of course, we are going to keep you fully informed on exactly what's happening with Ida throughout the night here. Every half hour, top and bottom of the hour, we will have updates for you. And of course, you can always find updates at fox10tv.com, and you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us here on your Monday evening.
This has been a Fox 10 News Storm Tracker update.